everybody, some jerk with a camera here, and first and foremost, I'd like to apologize for not having part 2 of the Haunted Mansion movie review finished by this week. A series of personal dumb things in my life have caused me to fall behind on the editing, and hopefully it'll be ready by next week, and failing that, the week after. But in the meantime, I thought I would respond to a certain challenge. This challenge was issued by a Disney Parks vlog channel that I like to call Oodalolly, because that's also what it calls itself. You can check out their stuff here. Earlier this month, Jenny from Oodalolly participated in the WDW Tag 2016, in which you basically answer a bunch of survey questions and then tag a bunch of other vloggers at the end. Well, at the end of her vlog, she tagged a certain Mr.
Tony Goldmark from Some Jerk with a Camera. You're going to think that you're too good for this, but you're not. So double dog dare ya.
Excuse me? You double dog dare me? You think I think I'm too good for this? I got into an internet feud with Ryan Hip, for God's sake! Clearly I'm not too good for anything! Now, full disclosure, I haven't actually been to Disney World since 2012, so some of these answers are going to be out of date, and some others are going to be just based on hearsay and just seeing footage on YouTube as opposed to experiencing these things myself. But screw it, I've never let complete and total irrelevance stop me before, so here we go. I have 5 minutes to answer 30 questions, starting now. First time you went to Disney World. That would have been 1993. I was about 9 years old, and my grandmother took me. Favorite Disney World park? Magic Kingdom, just because it's the most diverse. Favorite land in Magic Kingdom? That's a bit of a tricky one, because I want to go with something that's not just an inferior version of its California counterpart, but the only one that's actually better than California is arguably Frontierland, and I don't want to pick that. I guess I'll pick Fantasyland, because, yeah, it doesn't have as many dark rides, but it's still very much its own thing, especially now, and it's got PhilharMagic, which I love. Favorite on-site hotel? The Polynesian. I've never actually stayed there, but I love just walking through it. Favorite snack? Dole Whip. Favorite souvenir? I'm not much of a souvenir guy, but the build-your-own lightsabers at Star Tours, those are cool. Go with that. Favorite table service? Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater at Hollywood Studios. Love that place. Favorite counter service? The turkey leg carts. I don't care if they don't count. Deal with it. Favorite character dining? Cinderella's Royal Table, or whatever they call the restaurant in Cinderella Castle, just because it's really cool to be eating in Cinderella Castle. That's awesome. Favorite ride? Expedition Everest. I love Expedition Everest, even with the Broken Yeti. People who complain about the Broken Yeti ain't seeing the forest for the trees. It's still arguably, possibly the best roller coaster ever built. Least favorite ride? I'm tempted to say it's a Small World, but I already made 3 videos about how much I hate that, so I'm going to say Journey into Imagination with Figment, because even though Small World is probably worse, Figment has more squandered potential, and that means a lot to me. Favorite show? Assuming 3D attractions don't count as shows, I'm going to give it to Fantasmic. I've already discussed that in a 3-parter with Doggins and Spazmaster for Doggins' show. Excuse me. Favorite parade? The classic Main Street Electrical Parade. Gotta love the classics. Favorite fireworks? I'm not much of a fireworks guy, or a parade guy, to be honest, but I'm gonna give it to Illuminations at Epcot. Favorite Epcot pavilion, speaking of which. This is another tricky one, because I want it to be a pavilion with a ride, because that's kind of why I go to theme parks, is for the rides. So that excludes most of World Showcase right there. But I don't want it to be a pavilion with just a ride, ideally, because Epcot pavilions should be more diverse than that. The problem is, the diverse Epcot pavilions are such a grab bag. For every Soarin', you've got a Living with the Land, or Turtle Talk with Crush, or Circle of Life, or something lame like that. So, screw it, I'll just give it to Test Track, because it's my favorite ride in the park, even though I haven't actually ridden it since they redid it, but it's still got that 60 miles per hour thing, so, I like thrill rides, so Test Track. What's your last Magic Band color? Again, I haven't been there since 2012. I have not had the pleasure of wearing those damn wristbands for hours on end, so, flesh-colored. Favorite face character meet and greet? Haven't actually experienced it, but I love the videos I've seen so far of Gaston in the Beauty and the Beast section of New Fantasyland. I know they've apparently had some problems with the Gastons being a little too in character and actually harassing women, which is not cool, but I mean, come on. Gaston lets little girls beat him in arm wrestling. You gotta love that. Favorite non-face character meet and greet. You know, I haven't been to the new Mickey meet and greet on Main Street, but I know enough about it to know that it's not just an outdoor meet and greet where you have to wait in the hot boiling sun interminably. I'm not much of a meet and greet guy either, just because the wait is always so slow. So I appreciate a meet and greet that actually has stuff to look at in the line while you wait, plus is inside and air conditioned. If they still had the Mickey's Country Home thing, I'd give it to that, but they don't. Favorite character you haven't met but want to? Scrooge McDuck, just because I wrote a song about him. Favorite attraction that is no longer there? Alien Encounter. God, I miss Alien Encounter. I miss that glorious sound of brick defecation. So wonderful. Your best Disney World memory? Last time I was there, when me and Dave were shooting the 30 Years of Epcot retrospective, there was a very serendipitous circumstance involving a Soarin' sign, which I discuss in greater detail on the commentary for that episode. Go discuss that, but that's my answer. Favorite time of year to attend Walt Disney World? I gotta say January. Now, I haven't actually been there in January in over 10 years, but I remember it being very light crowds and pretty good weather. The last two visits I made were in April and September, and it rained quite a bit both of those times, but January I don't remember it raining that much. Of course, that was 10 years ago, so who knows. Favorite Disney water park? Any of them when it rains. No, I haven't been to any of the Disney water parks, so I'm going to give it to River Country just because that's been closed for 15 years, and at least I have an excuse. Favorite Disney water park slide? The one Napoleon goes down in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I got nothing. Monorail or ferry boat? Monorail. I mean, it's more unique to Disney parks. And, you know, I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, so ferry boats aren't as special to me. Plus, ferry boats are slower, I think. At least they feel slower. Movie you would love to see represented in one of the parks? The Haunted Mansion. Can't you just picture the Eddie Murphy animatronic shaking there instead of the groundskeeper? No, I'm kidding, obviously. I would love to see an Emperor's New Groove ride where you actually get to visit Cusco-topia and have it be a similar comic tone to the Simpsons ride, where it just mocks every aspect of the Disney World experience from within Disney World. I would love that ride. Favorite dance party? Do I look like a dancer to you? The ballroom scene in Haunted Mansion. That's my favorite dance party. Favorite Main Street shop? I've never actually been there, obviously, but I love the fact that Main Street in Magic Kingdom has a barber shop. I love that, and it's a real barber shop where you can actually get your hair cut. It gives such a nice authenticity to the place. I love that. Favorite Disney Springs shop? Haven't been to Disney Springs since it was called Downtown Disney. World of Disney, I guess, because it's got all the Disney crap. I'm not much of a gift shop guy. And finally, favorite seasonal event? Never been there for a seasonal event. I guess Osborne's Spectacle of Lights, just because it's pretty. And that is time. 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Wow, I suck. Almost 7 minutes when it should have been 5. Okay, now's the time where I tag more people. Now I actually did some research and I looked at some other WDW Tag 2016 videos, and all of them except Oodalali have tagged 3 people at the end. Oodalali tagged 6. So there's a 50-50 chance that I shouldn't even be legally doing this right now. So I'm going to split the difference and tag 4.5 vloggers. The first 1.5 vloggers I'm tagging are RBG Prods and Trickster Bell, aka Charlie and Haley. And the reason I'm counting you as 1.5 is because you can either do it separate or together. It's your choice. The other 3 are Doggins, Ryan Hip, and screw it, Count Jacula, just because I know it'll piss him off. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in part 2 of the Haunted Mansion movie.
Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.